The last time we talked, it was before the Atlanta Headshot workshop. Just would like you to expand on how it went. What was
it was a disaster.
Yeah, right.
No, it was
That would be Christian Webb.
Nah, it was like exceeded all expectations as far as like just what, the people that showed up. I mean, I had, David Brimley come from Arizona. I had Marlo Laney coming from Florida. I had people like, it was just the people that showed up, and everybody's energy and everybody there was just, it was incredible. I think early on I was kind of overwhelmed because, just being in the city, trying to figure out this whole thing at the workshop and where we're gonna shoot and get everybody kind of set up. And it was like, the first morning, it's kind of I was a little, just nerves are kind of on edge, but it just flowed, like everything just went well. The people were cool, the models that we had were cool. Everyone there was just like, it just worked. And the energy was good, and that's a big thing, like as far as teaching and dealing with, when you're conducting a workshop, like that feedback is critical to how your energy is going through. It's like any relationship,
Yeah.
So like you're showing people what to do, and you're talking and doing what you're doing, and you're hoping that people are getting, you're hoping that what you're doing is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But their feedback and the energy from everybody was just so incredible. It was just great. So day one was the most people. Day one was like 8-9 people. And then Sunday was much smaller. It was shorter, but same length, the same day, but it was a little easier, and it was, but it was still the same. Like the people were incredible. Like everyone we had was just really cool, and I can't imagine anyone not being like, who would show up and be like,
Yeah, exactly.
like who's gonna show and be, mean, but like,
Yeah.
you never know, but I had a really good group of people. I felt like, and then getting the feedback from them, not only during the workshop, but then after the workshop, and how they felt about, what they got was really important. And I think it was well.
Yeah, one of the things that I noticed, and I mean, it was just an incredible workshop, but you talked about owning your work, owning your craft, owning your passion, owning your work.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave a really memorable speech / pep talk about to all of the students, just really telling them to, you kept using the word own. Can you really just go into that? What does that mean?
Owning your dope.
Owning, yes, exactly. That's it. Owning your dope.
I mean, that's for me, what that's about. That's a whole thing of, you have to have a certain amount of confidence in what you're doing, and your work, and how much passion and dedication you're putting into that. So that, combined with really having the confidence in what you do, makes a big difference in just how you execute in general. You can't go into things with a lack of confidence. You kind of have to feel like, okay, so like when I do a headshot session and I feel like I've posted before, like I'm on my Kanye kind of like, I'm trying to, like every time I'm shooting a client, I'm trying to make the College Dropout. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make the Beatles' White Album. I'm trying to like, so like every headshot session I'm going into like I'm in like game 6 or 7 of the NBA finals, and I'm trying to like come home with the championship. So that mindset, I'm going into everything with that idea that I'm going to shoot this client, and I'm going to do this, and I want to make sure that they get what they got to get. So it's a matter of owning your skill set, which goes into another whole thing about like having all that stuff down and putting the time and work into really knowing your craft, so you can get to that point. Because there's like a fine line, right? It's kind of like, well, if you're not that confident, you're not going to go into a shoot feeling like that, right?
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it is, I'm a big fan of like law of attraction, in the sense of like psyching yourself out, or like starting with the mental understanding that you are really going in to do something, and like you're really going to do this, and having the confidence to go ahead and execute. So that's where the own your dope comes in, and that means owning your faults or your mistakes, or the things like the things that are lacking, right? So owning all of that together is part of your dope.